What's going on, workforce? Bryan here, and today we're talking about Ninja's reported $1 million payout for Apex Legends and why this is a game changer. Literally, if you were going to think of anybody as a game changer, this might be associated with it, and a game changer not necessarily being the most complimentary word out there in the world right now in terms of gaming and gaming culture. But this is significant. This is very, very huge because it also legitimizes this kind of industry more so than it already has been. And what I mean by that is this really kind of starts to bring us up to this professional pro sports level of deals, these brand deals when it comes down to it. There's some concerns that I have, and we're going to talk about that here in a second, but I want to start off with the positive. I want to start off with this understanding that at a minimum, we know that they paid other people, but $1 million to promote Apex Legends, and Apex Legends already breaking many records when it comes down to it. That's amazing. Over 50 million players reportedly playing this game right now. It's only been out for like literally a month and a half, and we're probably going to see it continue to grow with the release or the eventual release of this battle pass for season 1. Now, while I wait for that battle pass, here it is, guys. 50 million players, $1 million at least to Ninja. I'd say money well spent. In fact, probably Ninja didn't charge enough. And here's why I mean that. $50 per player, if you kind of break it down. 50 million for 1 million, that's a huge investment. That's a huge return on that investment because as those players go in and spend money, I just imagine with $1 million, how many of these stupid loot boxes, which I'm not a fan of, could you buy, right? That is the level of investment. That's what they believe in this game, and I don't think Ninja charged enough for it. Now, you could say anything you want about sponsorships and things like that. Honestly, I don't think this is the place to have that conversation because essentially, I think any gamer, anybody who wants to be a streamer, anybody who wants to be a YouTuber, this is really good news for you. This raises the bar. This kind of sets a standard for the pricing. One of the things that we see in this industry is so much volatility when it comes to advertising. Phillip DeFranco just talked about this regarding how traditional media and the digital ad space work together. So let's watch.
And actually, to talk about the digital ad space, we need to first kind of do a quick TLDR of the traditional media ad space. So in traditional media, commercials are sold for various programs based on their ratings, just how many eyes are going to be on that screen when their product pops up. And so you understand the money we're talking about here per ad aid. This Is Us averages $433,000 per 30-second ad. The Big Bang Theory averages $285,000. Bigger sporting events like Sunday Night Football, it averages $665,000. And these amounts are based on CPMs, cost per meal or cost per thousand. And the average reported CPM for TV can range from $20 to $40. Now that same sentiment is carried into digital video, but on a significantly smaller scale.
Now, while the number doesn't necessarily represent the number of people who have viewed this, if you look at this like 50 million players for $1 million, that's roughly $50 per player. Now, obviously, Ninja hasn't had a direct impact on making sure that everybody plays this game, but it's still a significant impact when it comes to how the creator economy and how the streaming economy really works and fluctuates. Talking about print media and just, TV and like movies and how much those sponsorships run versus YouTube, where it's kind of like the Wild West where everything is in flux. And while obviously Ninja, I don't know if you consider him a quote unquote YouTuber, even though he does have a channel, he's considered more of the streamer variety. And what he's just done, and with this news, this is a very good and a big win for that industry as a whole, that creative, I call it the creator economy in various things when I talk to people about it. So why am I bringing this up today? Why is this important? Well, A, I think it's, like I said, it's legitimizing the industry. B, it raises a lot of concerns when it comes down to advertising and advertising practices. I went through the videos. I went and kind of looked at his at his channel page on Twitch, and I only saw a few things that said #ad. One where he was playing Apex and it was talking about Spider-Man, #ad. And then one or two others where it actually had #ad or #Apex partner. Starting off the streams, there wasn't really any kind of mention that, he was, hey, I'm getting paid for this. And that's where this is the Wild West. At some point, you're going to see this is kind of a moment in which, especially because of his size and his clout, and the fact is that regardless of what you think about the guy, he had so many more eyeballs and so much more watch time than anybody else in 2018 alone, and that is going to continue to go. People can say there's always going to be flux within this industry, But I think what we're going to have to see, and what we're going to see from this is kind of that, well, I guess, apex, that moment in time where we're going to look back in 2 years and 3 years and say, that kind of helps set the standard. What does it mean to have these kind of views and that kind of money? And just the sheer amount that this is going to keep paying out for Apex Legends going forward, this just rocketed them to success. People are playing this game. People, it helps that it's a good game. It helps that it's a lot of fun. But the concern here is that it's also a game that's promoting gambling. Here is this game that, when I look at the clips, when I look at everything, I could not tell you that this was paid advertising, and anything that I saw, I had to actually go out and actively seek it, and that is where we're going to see the change come into play, either through some kind of regulation or some form of something. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be government regulation as they start to come in and say, holy crap, how much money is going on in here? People are gonna be waking up to this news today that Ninja got paid $1 million, and they're gonna have a couple different reactions. Most people, I think, are gonna just say, wow, good for him. Like, way to get paid. Some people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, he got paid how much? The guy is making like easily $500 to $1 million a month. So $1 million in 1 month just for this thing, I think is really low compared to what he should have charged. But it sets, again, that standard, raising that bar, setting kind of that starting point where this is real. Because investment bankers are going to wake up to this news, the news media is going to wake up to this news, everybody's going to wake up to this news, and they're going to start to realize what has been going on and what you probably have realized all this time. That this is where the audience is. This is where the people are. This is the town square. One of the coolest things that we got to do on this channel recently is we actually had Ninja's older brother, Jonathan Blevins, on the podcast, and we were talking about that in terms of faith and religion, because Jonathan Blevins is an evangelist. He is a Catholic teacher. He is a catechist. He's somebody who teaches and lives the faith, and also is a streamer. And so how does this all come into play? How does this all work together? If you guys are interested in that podcast, link is in the description below if you didn't check it out. It's a really good conversation, a lot of fun. But this is also building off the fact that MatPat's Game Theory, he recently sat down and said the dirtiest thing you can be in this industry right now is a YouTube gamer.
It would be impossible. Based on the internal systems that Google has in place, there is a team dedicated to top influencers and a separate one that's dedicated to channels that cover gaming. And never the two shall meet. That even though, by the numbers, most of the people in the gaming tier have viewership and subscribership numbers that dwarf the other content categories, on paper at least, a gamer will never truly be on that top tier list. And two, more important moral, YouTuber is a dirty word, but YouTube gamer is even worse. Here's why I bring all this up.
Like, even if you're top tier, you're still mid-tier in this way, that it's the worst thing you can be is this. Anyway, I'm gonna bring this back around and sum it up as this. $1 million was not enough money. The amount of clips that were shared, the amount of tweets that went out, the amount of, by the time that information got to me, by the time that information got to you, to your kids, to your family, the ninjas playing Apex, what is Apex Legends, it is so far removed that even if he said that he was doing an ad every 5 minutes, that would never come into fruition. That would never come into the forefront. And that is the genius behind this. That is why EA got a heck of a deal. They've got advertising for days because people are sharing those clips, people are playing and then sharing their own clips, and they started that with a very small investment. So hopefully going forward, hopefully what we're gonna see is this is a good starting point, but that number is only gonna go up. And honestly, if you have any inclination of getting into this business, of getting started, whether it's a YouTuber, whether it's a Twitch streamer, whether it's both, and you're mixing and blending, this should tell you what can be done and what can be made, and that you should absolutely at least believe in yourself enough to give it a shot. I'm not saying you're going to be successful, it's not a guarantee, but it should say, and people might say, don't do it for the money. Like, absolutely not. Do it because you you absolutely love it. But the reality is that this could be a career for people, and obviously people are making a career out of it. This is that top tier level, and I'm wondering how YouTube's going to react to this information, how YouTube's going to look at those channels that cover gaming, and Ninja himself. I would venture to bet they've got him in the other category, the category that MatPat can't seem to reach in this case, just because of who he is and what he's done. This raises the bar for everybody. There's going to be serious implications. There's going to be some serious things that are going to happen from this. When you start talking about that kind of crazy money, obviously, you know, taxes aside, people are going to be asking questions. Am I being advertised to? How is that practice handled? So guys, in summary, to finish this off, this is a really important moment in gaming. You should mark the day, because essentially what this is telling people, what this is telling parents, what this is telling colleges, what this is telling people who are also interested in it, is that this is a place of business. This is a place to make money. This is a place, and none of this is bad news. Like, this is only going to be good news. It's only going to stabilize. So get in, you know, 10 years ago if at all possible. But if not, you should be looking at this. This can be an opportunity. This is a new economy. This is the creator economy, and this is a real starting point. So that's really what I want to say to summarize it. Again, the concerns are, by the time that people get the information, like, the ad hashtag has been far removed from that, because you're not really retweeting that entire video. You're taking that clip, you're sharing that clip, you're doing various different things with that clip, you're playing the game yourself, and then you're a part of that, even though you're an unpaid participant in this experiment of social media. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here and want to be a part of the workforce, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Join the revolution. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, my name is Bryan. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to hearing what you think in the comments below. Until next time, take care. Hey guys, it's me, Bryan. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're new here, we hope you hit that subscribe button. Check us out. We talk a lot about video games, and we hope to at least hear from you in the comments below. We also try to respond to our comments. You know, we really appreciate the comments, the discussion, all the various points of view that everybody is so kindly, I guess, and politely or impolitely shares with us from time to time. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. We hope you hit that like button. We hope you hit that subscribe button. Come back for more content each and every day. We post a lot around here, and we'd love to hear from you about what you like about video games and everything, and especially if you have any questions that you're stuck on in anything. So anyway, signing off. See you next time.